That white powder that everybody loves, young and old. It's the legal powder, so don't get any crazy ideas now.
Sugar, yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? I can't stop eating.
I think we can all relate to the previous comment. Just think, you get your favorite sweet treat, you make some absolutely fantastic pancakes, you make some barbecue, you have some jam or jelly, not even counting the donuts, the cookies, and what we know are sweet treats. Now, the only connection these all have is one common addictive substance, also known as sugar. Now, regardless of what it's called, it could be called high fructose corn syrup, sucrose, dextrose, any of the buzzwords such as that. It's all the same thing, sugar.
Chocolate. I remember when they first invented chocolate. Sweet, sweet chocolate.
As the spine in the wheelchair was alluding to, chocolate has been around for a long time, and what makes chocolate so alluring for many, many years is the sugar content of it. Now, the sugar is alluring because it's actually hardwired in the DNA of humans to always crave sugar. Sugar by itself is a fuel source. It's to put it absolutely as simple as possible, it's fuel. Whether you're talking about trees, photosynthesis making sugars. If you're talking about insects, they always like sweet things. Drop a sugar cube on the floor and see how long it takes. Sugar is also very common in the form of carbohydrates, whether they're complex or simple. So bread, basically. I'm sure everybody here knows somebody that has an addiction to various types of bread. And if you're familiar with the keto diet, a lot of folks can actually lose a ton of weight by giving up carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are just really complicated building blocks made of sugar. And don't forget earlier, I did say that sugar is essentially just energy. A matter of fact, the definition of a calorie is just a unit of energy. Now, that's fine and dandy, and it always has been that way and that way. Except now it's almost an inverted supply and demand, if that makes sense. Now, it used to be we demanded significantly more sugar in our lives because, when you don't have any kind of machines to do the work and you're hunting woolly mammoths and that type of stuff, you need the extra energy to be able to kind of make do. And they also didn't have the supply for it. Like nowadays, we have commercial plantations and we have the chemically similar but a little bit different commercial sugars and whatnot, like xylitol, sorbitol, etc., etc. So we now have a much lower demand for using the energy since we have cars and machines, but the supply of it is absolutely off the charts. So we're gonna have to be taking in significantly more sugar than we evolved for, and then you end up running into some medical problems.
What do you get when you guzzle down sweets?
Type 2 adult onset diabetes.
Things you might not think of have a heck of a lot of added sugar into it. Next time you have a chance to look at a bottle of barbecue sauce, the back of a bottle of ranch dressing, even jelly and jams, the first ingredient might be what it's supposed to be, but most of it's going to be sugar, sucrose, or glucose, high fructose corn syrup. It's all sugar. Be more mindful, pay attention, and make sure to try to break the addictions. It's the only way to get the chains off and be able to be much healthier and have a much better life. Unfortunately, similarly to the energy drinks video and the caffeine video I did, there will also be withdrawal effects if you suddenly drop your intake of sugar as well, which, again, it's really an indicator there's a drug, isn't it? Symptoms you can expect when you're rapidly lowering your sugar intake, slash carbs, remember like I said about carbs and sugars being one and the same, are roughly the same as you can expect from caffeine. Now, you can expect the sleep issues, you can expect your headaches, you can expect muscle aches, you can expect nausea, irritability, you'll always be pissed off all the time, anxiety, which is ironic, when you lower sugar, you'll get anxiety, fatigue and brain fog. 'Cause remember, like I said earlier, sugar is the main fuel for your brain, and just trouble focusing. Because again, sugar is the main, easiest source of food for your brain, so expect them, but also know it's much better than a lifetime of disease and unrest, and it's better to have a good life by just paying attention a little bit more about what you eat.
Chocolate? Did you say chocolate? Chocolate? Chocolate! 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 Chocolate!
Don't be that guy. More attention about what you're eating, check your labels, bake the addiction, and don't be like that guy. Leave a like and subscribe, and feel free to comment if you have any suggestions of anything else you'd like me to go over.
Sugar, yes please.